Well, it looks like everybody's kind of quiet on the phone. I know it's a late night, so I'll move on to the next topic. All righty. Gilbert Arenas. So he's one of the leaders of the Battle of the Eras discussion, and he's been done with the 90s for a long time. And pretty much anyone who's played before the 2000s, like, he's of the opinion that they don't matter. If you played before the LeBron era, it, he doesn't want to hear about you. You can't be on a top 10 list, nothing like that. So that's really interesting to me. He was on the Above the Rim podcast with Dwight Howard, and he continues to try to erase Michael Jordan. And it's almost like the media is working overtime to push these narratives. So let's hear what he had to say.
I'm sorry.
I don't know nothing about the 80s, dude.
Yeah. When he still had hair,
any nigga who born in 90, you don't know Jordan. Shut up.
Facts.
Right. You don't know Michael fucking Jordan.
Yeah.
If you was born in 88, you don't know Michael fucking Jordan. You don't know what you was watching at 11 years old, dog. Shut up. Right? So Kobe was your GOAT.
Yeah.
Because you got to see what it really looked like.
Get him drafted in 96.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You really get to see, okay, so you're old enough to understand every movie's doing everything. LeBron James in this decade, you take away all the niggas that's over 60 years old speaking on TV, they will never bring up Michael Jordan because he's not real today.
Yeah.
He's real, like we know who he is, but the only people who bring him up is when LeBron James' name gets. That's the only reason Michael Jordan is relevant.
Yep. They need somebody to combat that.
They're combating the stats.
Yeah.
The greatest. Like once LeBron James is solidified, you are the GOAT. Jordan swindles. That's why niggas is like, yo, why nobody talk about Kobe being the great? Because he got surpassed already.
Yep.
There's no point in talking about number 3. It's only 1 and 2 now.
Yep. And that's why when people say GOAT debate, you can't. It's not 6, 7 niggas, bro.
It's 1, 2, 2.
That's the debate. If you're fifth on a GOAT list, we're not debating you because if you got 2 people above you.
Say Kareem.
If you're fifth on the GOAT debate, right?
If you're
fifth on the GOAT debate and somebody else is 1 and 2, you're no longer in the debate. You get what I'm saying? Like
he's third. Who's third?
That's fine, but he's not. That's fine. He's not in the debate.
Is he gonna go back out there and score some more points? The debate is over. He's third.
Because it's a nigga 1 and 2. So
it's one is done. He's done. Number 2, he's still playing. So it's not like when number 2 done, you about to inherit 30,000 new points to go back to the nigga you done. Number 3, get the fuck on out of here.
I know what he got to do. He got to change his name.
All right, bro.
He ain't gonna change them stats.
Get a new name.
Like even with Kareem, I see his legacy. I've never seen it.
Yeah.
So I can see his stats and nigga, this is some shit right here. This is some good.
Okay. So no one knows Michael Jordan now. There's only tons of footage of all of Jordan's games, whether it's on League Pass or YouTube. You can find him. People that never saw Michael Jordan play call him the GOAT. And that just goes to his greatness. I mean, that people search to watch really great basketball. They search for storied winning and competitive spirit, but somehow he's irrelevant unless LeBron is being mentioned. It's ridiculous. Michael Jordan should be irrelevant. He should be irrelevant when we're talking about guys today and winning titles and accomplishing, certain milestones in their career. He should be irrelevant. When you don't accomplish something in your career, you shouldn't be saying, well, Michael Jordan, that's not, even the way that I was raised as a child. If I did something wrong and my parents came to scold me about it, I didn't go back to them and say, oh, well, Sally did this and Harry did that. They didn't care. They don't want to hear that. They want to hear about what I'm going to do to change or what I'm going to do to get better. When I played basketball, I couldn't blame anything on my teammates. It's called accountability, and it starts with yourself. So, I think it's really interesting that, he made the comment that, at 11 years old, that no one knows what they're watching. You absolutely know what you're watching at 11 years old. I know I did. I started watching basketball at 6. I started watching when Magic announced his diagnosis, which was really sad. I actually cried. I wasn't really sure what was going on, but I just knew that he was sick, and I knew he was one of the greatest players. So, if LeBron James can flip plays in his head at 8 years old, I think that a spectator at 11 years old, someone who's in the 6th grade, they can watch a basketball game and know what great looks like. That's, I just think that we're going way too far to push a narrative. It's an issue to me. Since LeBron and Clutch are creating these narratives, why does LeBron wear 23? Take it off. Make your own number marketable then. If Michael Jordan's irrelevant, then take his jersey off. Make some other number that nobody wore popular. Try that. See how that works. But like I said, this is all an attempt to make sure that today's era feels better about the brand of basketball that they're playing and producing. They want to be confident that they can create a new standard instead of having to live up to the heights that they've just never been able to reach. I get it. It's really difficult to be great. I get it. Having resilience to keep winning at a high level and not just to keep playing at a high level. Those two things they're really hard. They're really hard to do. Winning repeatedly is not easy. We have one ringers, we have repeaters. When was the last time we saw a three-peat? Oh, I know. That was 24 years ago when Kobe Bryant did it with Shaq. We're not seeing this kind of winning anymore. We're not seeing dominance in the league the way that we once did. Let's see these comments. Gil hasn't been right since Bron tapped his chest during them shots. De Niro, thanks for your comment. Kobe MMJ did it. Yeah, they both three-peated. We haven't seen it since. The league has been lacking just like winning franchises that are dominant. The Warriors, I think, have been the best dynasty of the last 20 years, and we know how they had to become a dynasty. They orchestrated that. They manufactured their dynasty by bringing Kevin Durant. LeBron might have been able to win 3 straight titles. Who knows? After 2016, he might have gone 2016, 17, 18. I don't think that there was anything that Steph and the Warriors would have been able to do with LeBron after that 2016 title if they didn't bring Kevin Durant to their team. So I'm going to open up the call lines again, see if any of you guys want to call in and chat about Gilbert Arenas and what his comments are. Do we think that Michael Jordan is irrelevant? Do we really believe that? Do we really believe that LeBron is the GOAT? Do we believe that somehow stats and accumulating stats are better than winning and somehow better than like what we see with our eyes? What do you guys think? Not 1, not 2, not 3. Oh my gosh, I love that press conference because he completely made a fool of himself. We have a caller. Sports Tea, this is Dominique. Talk to me.
I don't know if it's in the comment, but I think it's interesting how your two topics, your first topic kind of coincide with this segment, right? So, with the MVP discussion with Caitlin Clark, they did the same thing and used the same tactics that Gilbert is using with LeBron James. And that's just by saying if we ignore everyone like Kobe and Kareem that's above LeBron and just say LeBron's number 2, then we automatically get him in a debate with Jordan. And we're never discussing other people. And that's what they did with Caitlin. Before Caitlin's name got in the MVP race for her fans, there was a whole list of 5 people. Professor Cario, Asia Wilson, Thomas son. I mean, there was a lot of people on that list that all of a sudden they just skipped Caitlyn over and had her side by side with Adrian Wilson. And now it's a debate, and now we take it all about Natasha Carter. So it was the same text. I thought it was weird and nasty work, man, but I be catching that stuff, man. I don't be letting that jump fly.
No, I feel you. Seriously, Mel, like they're literally doing the same exact thing. And that's why I have these two topics together, because it's just, for some reason, the media is able to force these narratives onto us. And it's to the point where people actually believe it. And we're supposed to just erase 75 years of basketball history because LeBron wants to selfishly be called the GOAT, because he wants to actually boldly say that he's better than everybody that he never played against.
Yeah.
And Caitlyn is not saying that. She's not coming out and saying that. She's just getting out there and playing her game. She's letting the machine work for her. You know, her father, her team around her, they're a lot smarter than LeBron. And unlike LeBron, she went to college for 4 years. So she's a little smarter, I think, at this media game. And, you know, how, like, let me just be silent because I don't need to say anything. Media is doing all this work for me. Nike's going to do all this work for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You don't need to do, if you hire a lawyer, you don't need to defend yourself on the stand.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And when everybody say, "Oh man, I just love how she's not responding to all the nonsense." Yeah, I wouldn't respond if the entire video was responding for me. I got representation. I don't need to speak for myself. You know what I mean? But it's different for other people, like, you know, Angel Reese. Like, she has nobody in the media that's trying to back her up. And if you do slip up and try to back her up like Cheryl Swoops did, then they're going to come after you. You know, I just think that's crazy.
Totally
yeah, I
crazy.
take that comment off the air, man. I'll keep this.
Thanks so much. Thanks for calling.
Yeah.
All righty. That Mel was, you know, spitting facts as usual. Yeah, I mean, I think he made a really great point. What's happening in the NBA is the exact same thing that's happening in the WNBA. Everybody just wants to erase the history. We want to erase 75 years of history in the NBA. We want to erase 27 years, 30 years of the WNBA. It's shameful. It's disgusting.